Yeah.
A guidance question. I asked, well, obviously, like, I don't really go around saying, like, what I want to do with my life because, obviously,
Good afternoon. Welcome to field number 1 here at the Palmasola Softball Complex in Bradenton, Florida. After a 2.5-hour weather delay, we are about ready to get underway with the championship game of the 2025 season of the FGCL. I'm Tom Canterbury. Thank you so much for joining us here today for our matchup between the number 5 seed Bradenton Slice, who made their way after winning twice on day number 1 through to this championship game, as they rode a 6-run 7th inning to knock off the number 1 overall seed Manatee Squeeze to take on the number 2 seed Anna Maria Aquanauts, who run-ruled the Queens yesterday in the semifinals to make it here to the championship game. Both these teams looking for their first ever FGCL championship, first ever championship game appearance for the Slice, and this is the second consecutive championship game appearance for the Aquanauts. Here is the starting lineup for the Bradenton Slice. The Slice entered today's game at 14-7 overall, of course winning the 3 games here in the playoffs. The starting lineup for the Slice and their head coach, Brittany Purser. Starting things off with Kylie Shaw, the center fielder, leading things off. Layla Lamar, the first baseman, will bat second. Lily Holt-J, catching, batting third. Lexi Shaver, the third baseman, bats fourth. Grace Molitor, shortstop, batting fifth. Emma Brinkman, designated player, batting sixth. Caitlin Nesbitt, second base, batting seventh. Batting eighth is the right fielder, Precious Bross. And Riley Gardner, the left fielder, will bat ninth. They'll face in the circle for the Aquanauts, a right-handed freshman. She was at Marshall last year, entered the transfer portal, and is headed to Howard, Aiko Conaway. Conaway, in the playoffs, has made 2 appearances for the Knot. She's pitched 4 2/3 innings. No record. She's given up 1 unearned run, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks, a 107 whip. On the season, Conaway making now her 14th appearance. She's pitched 38 2/3 innings with a 6-1 record. 14 runs allowed, 12 have been earned for a 2.17 ERA. 37 hits, 34 strikeouts to just 5 walks. 109 the whip for Conaway on the year. She toes the rubber. And here comes the first pitch of the championship game. Shaw with a ground ball to second. Stop and the throw from Flores, and there's one pitch, one out here in the first inning. That's a big first out because Kylie Shaw is as hot as anybody in the league. So one out, that brings up Layla Lamar, the Offensive Player of the Year. As a team, the Aquanauts have given up 77 runs, 70 earned for a team ERA at 3.77. And a team whip sitting at 155. Layla Lamar is 6 of 10 in the postseason with 4 run scores, has a homer and a double, 4 walks. Overall, Lamar batting .556, 35 of 63, 27 runs scored with 28 RBIs, 8 home runs, 5 doubles, and 13 walks. She has a sacrifice fly. The OBP sits at 623 entering play here today. The 1-1. That's a blooper. That's going to fall for a base hit. Pitch jammed Lamar, but she muscled it over second base. And Layla Lamar is on first with one away here in the top of the first inning. Now we'll bring up yesterday's hero, Lily Holtje. It was a 9-6 slice victory over the Squeeze, and Holtje gave the Slice the lead in the top of the 7th with a grand slam. First pitch right in there for a called strike. On the year, Holtje batting .370, 17 of 46, 7 runs scored, 27 RBIs with 5 homers, 3 doubles, and 9 walks with a sac fly. Takes that off speed, 0-2. In the postseason, Holtje is 4 of 9, 2 runs scored, 8 RBIs, has a couple of homers, and 2 walks, including that grand slam, as we mentioned yesterday in the 7th. Now Conaway looks in, the 0-2 pitch, high and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Defensive alignment for the Aquanauts. Ball in left, McClellan in center, Thomas in right, Young at third, Johnson at short, Flores at second, Schiller at first, Belair catching, and Borson the DP. These two teams met just once this season during the regular season. It was way back on day number 3 of the league, June 16th, and the Knots run-ruled the Slice 9-1. Two. Holtje, chopper, that's a fair ball down the third base line. They'll throw to second, and Lamar beats it. So Lamar reaches. That's going to be an infield hit for Holtje. Runners now on first and second. And Kylie Shaw will courtesy run for Holtje on first. And Lexi Shaver will be the batter. Shaver also homered in that 7th inning against the Squeeze. In the playoffs is 4 of 10 with 8 runs scored, 3 runs driven in, has 2 homers, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch. On the year, Shaver batting .396, 21 to 53, 21 runs scored, 23 runs driven in, 8 home runs, a triple, 5 doubles, 5 walks. She's been hit twice and has a sacrifice fly on the year. There's a strike, 2 balls and a strike. First and second, 1 out here in the top of the first. Just underway in the championship game. We had some storms this morning come through, delaying our start. Back safely at first, and Lamar will take that chance to go to third, and now Shaw is trying to get caught in a rundown, but she'll stay at first. But delayed stolen base for Layla Lamar puts runners on the corners. Here, one away. 3-1 the count on Shaver. One is high for ball 4. So a rarity, a walk by Conaway. Loads the bases here with one away. That'll bring up Grace Molitor. Molitor batting .315 on the year, 17 of 54. First pitch. Called strike. $15 runs scored with 10 RBIs, 3 homers, 5 doubles, 9 walks, and 2 hit by pitches on the year for Molitor. In postseason play, Molitor is 1 for 9, has scored 3 times. It's been walked 3 times and has been hit by a pitch. Down the count here, 0-2. Fly ball. Shallow center, charging in to make the catch. And running it all the way in to the infield is McClellan for out number 2. Good job by McClellan to call off Flores because Lamar wanted to tag up from third there. And there's now 2 away. Bases loaded for Emma Brinkman. First pitch is a strike. Brinkman in the postseason is 5 of 9. 2 runs scored, 5 runs driven in with a couple of homers, a walk, and a hit by pitch. On the year, Brinkman is a .415 batter, 22 of 53 with 9 runs scored. She's knocked in 20 runs, 3 homers, 6 doubles, 7 walks, and a hit by pitch. Two balls and a strike. Great job by the field crew, including producer Gracie, getting the field in playing shape. It was lightning earlier in the day, and then we had rain come through right around the original game time. But all things considered, the field's in pretty good shape for this championship game. The 2-1. Fouled off the end of the bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Slices pathway, they got a run rule 9-1 win over the Pioneers in the first round. Knocked off the Impact 14-7 in the quarters, and then had that 9-6 epic win over the Squeeze in the semis. The Aquanauts beat the Rodeo 4-1 in the quarterfinals after getting the bye past the first round in the single elimination 12-team tournament. Then the run rule over the Queens yesterday, 12-3. That included a second inning where the Knots hit 2 separate 3-run homers. So now we have a matchup of 2 teams looking for their first ever FGCL championship. The Slice in the championship game for the first time. Aquanauts in the championship game for the 2nd straight year. Fell just short against the Impact last year. Trying to finish the job here this season. Another 2-2. Low and in. And the count's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. And the big opening frame here of this championship matchup. Payoff pitch is going to be high for ball 4. Lamar will come in to score, and that's an RBI walk for the first run of the inning and the game. And Brent Baca is going to come out to talk things over with Iko Conaway. So Lamar comes in to score. Shaw to third, Shaver to second, Brinkman to first, and Caitlin Nesbitt will be the batter. Nesbitt batting .341, 15 of 44, 7 runs scored, 10 runs driven in, 4 doubles, 5 walks, a hit by pitch, and a sac fly on the year. Four for 7 in the postseason with an RBI and a double, along with a walk. First pitch. High for ball 1. Very still out here, very little breeze to speak of. One of the reasons why we took so much rain, it wasn't a big pocket of rain, but it just kind of hovered without much wind. The 2-0. 3 balls, no strikes. Called strike. 3-1. Nesbitt lines this one. That's going to get through for a base hit in the left field. 1-1 will score, and that's going to be it. So an RBI single for Caitlin Nesbitt. Brings home Shaw. It's now 2-0. Slice with the lead. Base is still loaded, still 2 away for Precious Bross. Bross 3 of 6 in the postseason, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, has a homer and a walk. Fly ball, left field, foul ground, ranging over is ball. She'll make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side. But the Slice jump on the board first here in the top of the first inning. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 left. We head to the bottom of the first, 2-0. Slice with the lead. This is the FGCL. This is the championship. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Slice with an early 2-0 lead on the Aquanauts here at the championship game. Here's the starting lineup for the number 2 seeded Anna Maria Aquanauts. They are 16-4 entering today's play. They've won 5 games in a row, including 2 here in the postseason. For head coach Brent Baca, leading things off is the shortstop Maddie Johnson. Elena Ball, left field, batting second. Cassie McClellan, the center fielder, will bat third, with McKenna Belair catching, batting fourth. Emily Borison, designated player, bats fifth. Skylar Young, third base, bats sixth. Sydney Schiller, first baseman, batting 7th. Gracie Flores, second base, batting 8th. And Jada Thomas, the right fielder, will bat 9th. Maddie Johnson steps in. The first pitch to her is bunted foul for strike 1. They're facing in the circle for the Slice, the right-handed redshirt freshman out of Charlotte, Aubrey Yarnall. Yarnall in the postseason has pitched 6 2/3 innings with a win, 2 runs allowed. They are both earned. A 2.10 ERA. That one's blooped, and that's going to fall for a base hit into right field. So May Johnson gets the bottom of the first underway with a bloop single, as the Aquanauts look to answer back after the slice plated 2 in the top of the first. Thernall's given up 9 hits entering today in the postseason, 4 strikeouts, no walks, a 135 whip. When a ball steps in, first pitch to her. It's outside for ball 1. On the year overall, Yarnall making her 12th appearance for the Slice. She's pitched 35 2/3 innings with a 3-1 record, 17 runs allowed, 16 earned for a 3.14 ERA, 47 hits, 27 strikeouts, and 9 walks, 157 the whip. As a team, the Slice have given up 112 runs, 92 have been earned, a team ERA at 4.57, and a team whip at 173. Ball in the postseason is 1 for 2 with 3 runs scored. She's been walked 5 times and is up in the count 3-0. There's a strike, 3-1. Overall in the year, Ball with a 3.59 average, 14 of 39. 10 runs scored, 5 runs driven in as that one's fouled away. Counts full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 triples, 2 doubles with 16 walks and a sac fly. As a team, the Aquanauts scored 129 runs through 20 games. Team batting average at .313 and the team on base percentage at .431. There's a fly ball to center, left center. Calling off Shaw is Gardner. She'll make the catch for out number 1. Defensively for the Slice, Gardner in left, Shaw in center, Bross in right, Shaver at third, Molitor at short, Nesbitt at second, Lamar at first, Holtje behind the plate, and Brinkman the DP. 1 out runner on first for Cassie McClellan. Ground ball to second. Nesbitt will flip to second for 1. Won't be able to turn the double play. McClellan reaches on the fielder's choice. And with 2 outs, runner on first, McKenna Belair will be the batter. Belair, overall in the year, batting .455, 20 of 44, 22 RBIs to 12 runs scored. 5 homers, 6 doubles, and 7 walks with a sac fly. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. In the postseason, Belair is 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored, 4 RBIs, a home run, and a sac fly on the year in the postseason. 1 ball, 1 strike. Went too far around on the check swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Belair down on strikes. First strikeout of the day for Aubrey Arnall, and that ends the inning for the Aquanauts. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We played an inning. Slice with a 2-0 lead. This is the FGCL. This is the championship. move to the second inning. Squeeze with a 2-0 lead early on. Due up for Bradenton here in the second. It'll be Gardner, Shaw, and Lamar. 9-1-2. Ike O'Conaway back out for her second inning of work. First pitch to Riley Gardner. Ground ball to first. Collected by Schiller. She'll step on the bag. One pitch, one out here in the second. Conaway, a freshman at Marshall this past year from Haymarket, Virginia, entered the transfer portal and is headed to Howard. Kylie Shaw steps in, 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch, called strike. Made one appearance for Marshall her freshman year, and it was at Oklahoma. Went a third of an inning, did not allow a run. Fly ball to center. Catch made by McClellan, and there's 2 away. And getting Kylie Shaw twice in this game so far has been big for the Aquanauts. Two out now, nobody on for Layla Lamar. First pitch, fouled away for strike one. Entering today's play, Slice on the year through 21 games, scored 168 runs. Team batting average at .358. Team on base percentage at .448. A lot of those numbers because of the Offensive Player of the Year at the plate right now, Layla Lamar. She singled and scored her first time. That one's taken to right center field, and that is going to get down and get all the way to the wall. Lamar digs for second. She'll stand up there. And a 2-out double by Layla Lamar keeps the inning alive for the Slice here in the top of the second. Lamar now 2 for 2 on the day with a double and a single. That will bring up Lily Holtjay. She singled and scored her first time. First pitch, a called strike. Holtjay, a freshman at Arizona State this past season, entered the transfer portal and is headed to FAU. That's well hit to right, but ranging over and making the catch is going to be Thomas for out number 3 to retire the side. Well hit ball by Holtjay, but not quite enough, and that'll do it for the Slice here in the second. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the home half of the second inning. Still 2-0 Slice. This is the FGCL. This is the championship. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Slice with a 2-0 lead over the Aquanauts. Due up for the Knots here in the second. Borison, Young, and Schiller. 5, 6, 7. Aubrey Arnall back out for her second inning of work. First pitch to Borison, misses in the dirt for ball one. Yarnall, left-hander, redshirt freshman out of Charlotte. She transferred to Charlotte from UT Arlington, where she redshirted her freshman year. Led the 49ers in pitching appearances in 2025. Had a 4.28 ERA, a 12-9 record, and 115 in a third innings pitched. 154 hits, 103 runs, 71 earned, 39 walks, 33 strikeouts. Swing and a miss there by Borison, 1-2. Overall on the season, Borison is 8 of 36, batting .222, 5 runs scored, 9 runs driven in with a homer, 3 doubles, 4 walks, and a hit by pitch. Swings and misses there for the first out of the inning. So now back-to-back strikeouts for Yarnall. Struck out Belair to end the first, strikes out Borison to start the second, and that brings up Skylar Young. Young batting .204 on the year, 10 of 49. First pitch is a strike. 12 runs scored, 7 runs driven in with a homer, a double, and 7 walks, along with a sac fly on the year. In the postseason, she's 2 of 5. And that's a well-hit ball to right field, but that's going to stay in the ballpark. Catch is made by Bross, and there's 2 away. So 2 out, nobody on now for Sydney Schiller. Schiller in the postseason is 3 of 4 with a run scored. She's been walked twice. Went too far around on a check swing for strike one. Schiller batting .325 for the year overall with 9 runs scored, 6 runs driven in. She's 13 of 40 with 8 walks and a sacrifice fly. That pitch is low, 1-1. So all 13 of her hits here in the FGCL have been singles. Fouled that one off. Ball and 2 strikes. A little bit inside. The count's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff is fouled off. We'll do it again. 3-2. The 3-2 comes in too high for ball 4. So 2 out walk by Sydney Schiller. Keeps the inning alive for the Aquanauts. And that will bring up Gracie Flores. Flores on the year is batting .306, 15 of 49. 13 runs scored, 6 runs driven in with a couple of doubles, 5 walks, and 3 hit by pitches. But has been excellent here in the postseason, especially yesterday, where she was 3 for 3. She's 3 of 6 in the postseason, 2 runs scored, an RBI. That's back up the middle. That's going to get down for a base hit. Sounded like Yarnall might have gotten just a glancing piece of it as it went by her, but it's a single for Gracie Flores. And now runners are on first and second with 2 out. For Jada Thomas. Thomas in the postseason is 3 of 7, but 2 of those hits have been home runs. 3 runs scored, 5 runs driven in. The 2 homers, a double. The overall numbers for her: 16 of 47, batting .340 here in the FGCL. 15 runs scored, 13 driven in, 4 homers, 3 doubles, 7 walks, and 4 hit by pitches. .466 the on-base percentage for Thomas, and she'll step in here with 2 out and 2 on. Notch trailing by 2 in the bottom of the second. First pitch hits the outside corner for a called strike. One, two. That's chopped to third. Shaver has it, makes the throw, which pulled Lamar off the bag, but she tagged Thomas for out number 3 to retire the side. For the Aquanauts here in the second, no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 left. We played 2, still 2-0. Slice on top. This is the FGCL. This is the championship. We head to the third inning, 2-0 Slice. Lexi Shaver is the batter. She walked her first time. First pitch squares around a bunt, pulls it back. It's a called strike. Aiko Conaway in her third inning of work in the circle for the Knots. That's a fly ball, well hit to deep left field. That one's back and caught. Ball makes the catch up against the fence for the first out of the inning as Lexi Shaver just misses, adding to the 2-0 lead for the Slice. brings up Grace Molitor. She had a fly out her first time. Ground ball to third on the ground. Making the stop is Young. The throw is in time. So 2 incredibly nice plays defensively by the Aquanauts, and there's 2 gone. And that'll bring up that as a player, Emma Brinkman. She had an RBI walk her first time. First pitch, a ball to Brinkman. Popped up in foul ground, but in play on the first base side. Schiller will make the catch for out number 3 to end the inning. A quick 1-2-3 top of the third for the slice. But they hold on to the 2-0 lead as we move to the bottom of the third. This is the FGCL. This is the championship. Two nothing slice as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Top of the order due up for the Aquanauts, Johnson, Ball, and McClellan. Aubrey Arnall back out for her third inning of work. Maddie Johnson will lead things off. Johnson singled her first time. First pitch is fouled away for strike 1. Johnson, a freshman at George Mason this past season, entered the portal and is headed to Southern Miss from Haymarket, Virginia, and Battlefield High School. Batted .344 for George Mason this past year, 22 of 64, 7 RBIs with 2 homers. A triple, 3 doubles, 16 runs scored, and a .432 on-base percentage. Mom and Dad's products of Western Michigan, where Mom played softball, Dad played football. Called strike 3. Darnell gets the strikeout, and there's one gone here in the third. Third strikeout of the day for Aubrey Arnall. And that brings up Elena Ball. Ball had a fly out her first time. A junior at Pitt this past season, where she transferred from George Mason. Had an RBI and a double, 2 for 30 at the plate for the Panthers in 2025. 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss there, 2-1. Ground ball to short. Molitor makes a stop in the throw, and there's 2 gone. We'll bring up Cassie McClellan. Florida Gator. 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice her first time. And she'll reach again, this time on the base hit. So a two out, opposite way single for Cassie McClellan. And we'll bring up McKenna Belair. Belair 0 for 1 with a strikeout. The newest Ole Miss Rebel. Belair transferring to Ole Miss from Florida, where she was a freshman last year. Swings and misses that first pitch for strike 1. Early enrollee at Florida. Was 3 for 5 with a run scored. Staying in the conference and heading to Oxford. Joining her Aquanaut teammate, Sydney Schiller, who's also transferring in from another World Series participant, the national runner-up, Texas Tech. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball, slow roller to short, charging in, making the stop, and the throw is Molitor for out number 3 to retire the side. Aquanauts get a runner on, but can't get her over here in the 3rd. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We played 3 here in the championship game of the FGCL. The Slice lead it 2-0. This is the FGCL. This is the championship. First pitch strike to Caitlin Nesbitt as we open up play here in the 4th inning. Slice with a 2-0 lead. Nico Conaway back out for her 3rd inning of work. Excuse me, her 4th inning of work. Conaway has gone 3 innings, given up 4 hits and 2 runs, both earned. Those both coming in the 1st inning. Two strikeouts, 2 walks and no strikeouts for Conaway. It was an RBI single by Caitlin Nesbitt, who's at the plate right now, and an RBI walk for Emma Brinkman, giving the Slice a 2-0 lead. Runaway looks in. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled away. Nesbitt from Dublin High School in Dublin, Georgia. She's heading to Liberty as an incoming freshman in 2026. And that's going to get through for a base hit just past Flores at second. And that's a leadoff single for Caitlin Nesbitt. She's 2 for 2 on the day. Leadoff man's on here in the fourth for Precious Bross. Bross is 0 for 1. And a long foul out her first time up. Bross was a freshman at Georgia this past year, entered the transfer portal, and is headed home to South Carolina. She's from Columbia. Was 2 for 5 at Georgia this past year. She scored 9 runs, appeared mostly as a pinch runner. So Brinkman will come in to courtesy run for Nesbitt, who is a pitcher eligible for a courtesy runner in this game, even though she is not pitching in this game. Bross fouls that one back, 2-1. Ground ball to second. Tag applied. The throw to first is in time, and the double play. So 2 out now, nobody on for Riley Gardner. Bunted, down, the throw, not in time. So nicely placed bunt by Gardner, the infield single. And the Aquanauts are telling Bryn Baca, the head coach, don't challenge that one. She's famously 0 for 14 in challenges this year. First pitch to Kylie Shaw is a called strike. Shaw's 0 for 2. Ball bounces away. Gardner now will think about third, but will head back to second. Gardner's going to the pitch, still on base. One ball, one strike. Shaw 0 for 2 today, but even counting that in the postseason, she's 9 of 14. It's 5 RBIs, a homer, and a double. She scored 9 times. Looking at that total right here. It's inside, 2-1. Ground ball, that's going to get through for a base hit. Gardner will round third. The throw will come home, and Shaw's going to be safe at second. So Gardner to third, Shaw with a single, reaching second on the throw. But now 2 are on in scoring position with 2 outs for the slice. And there's going to be a change in the circle for the Aquanauts. Aiko Conaway goes 3 2/3. Gave up 7 hits, 2 runs both earned. She is responsible for the 2 runners that are on base. 2 walks and no strikeouts. And the new pitcher for the Aquanauts is going to be Cameron Ponich. In the postseason for the Knots, Ponich is making now her 3rd appearance. She's pitched 7 1/3 innings, and she has both wins for the Knots. A 2-0 record. 3 runs allowed. They've all been earned. That is a 2.86 ERA, 7 hits, 11 strikeouts to 4 walks, a 150 whip. In the postseason for Ponich, overall, she's making her 16th appearance. She's pitched 57 2/3 innings for the Knots with a 9-0 record. 27 runs allowed, 26 have been earned, 3.16 ERA, 53 hits, 67 strikeouts, 20 walks, and a 127 whip. She'll come in here to try to strand a couple of runners with the Offensive Player of the Year, Layla Lamar, at the plate. She's 2 for 2 on the day with a single, a double, and a run scored. First pitch high for ball 1, and Gardner's back at third. You do have first base open, but you do have the Grand Slam hitter from yesterday, Lily Holtje, in the on-deck circle. That drops in for a called strike, 1-1. The 1-1. Off speed again, drops in again for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2, chopped foul. Another 1-2 pitch. Lamar takes it high and tight. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tremendous speed on the base pass. Shaw on second, Gardner on third, so anything into the grass will score 2. That one stayed too high, and the count's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now the question is, do you challenge Lamar here? Try to make her chase. Take your chances with Holtje. The payoff. Hits the outside corner for a called strike 3. Just a massive pitch by Cameron Ponich. Strikes out Lamar and ends the inning. For the slice, no runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We move to the bottom of the 4th, still 2-0. This is the FGCL. This is championship. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still 2-0 Slice. Emily Borison to lead things off. She struck out her first time up. 5-6-7. Facing Aubrey Arnall back out now for her 4th inning of work. She's given up 3 hits and no runs. That's a ground ball, and that's going to get through. Molitor got a piece of it, but wasn't able to come up with it, and that's going to be a leadoff single for Emily Borison. Line for Conaway. She goes 3 2/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned 2 walks and no strikeouts. So a leadoff single for the Aquanauts, and they bring the tying run to the plate here in the 4th. Skylar Young will be the batter. She had a fly out her first time. First pitch, grounded foul for strike 1. Young, a freshman at North Carolina this past season, from Fayetteville, North Carolina, was 3 of 12 for the Tar Heels with 9 runs scored. One ball, one strike. Announced by the American Collegiate League, part of the FGCL is a part of. Line drive to short, and they're going to turn a double play. Borison, I think, misread the line drive off the bat. Thought that was going to get through. Instead, it went right to Molitor, and that's a line drive double play, and there's 2 away. Sydney Schiller, chopper back. The throw not in time. Arnall tried the shuffle pass. Not going to be in time to get somebody with the speed of Schiller, and the single keeps the inning alive for the Aquanauts. So 2-out runner on first now for Gracie Flores. She singled her first time. She's got a hit in her last 4 plate appearances here in the postseason. First pitch bounces in, bounces away, and Schiller will take second on the wild pitch. Flores, a redshirt freshman at Louisiana Tech this past year. Scored 9 runs for the Bulldogs. Takes that one inside, almost hit her 2-0. It's hard to say. Starting next season, next year, will be the inaugural College Summer World Series. The winner of the FGCL will advance. That one is through for a base hit. Schiller around third. She will score, and sliding in safely with the RBI double is Gracie Flores. And the Knots are on the board. It's now 2-1. So a hot postseason continues for Flores. She's got the Knots on the board, and that will bring up Jada Thomas, who's homered twice in the postseason. She's 0 for 1 today. First pitch is low for ball 1. So open registration for next year's FGCL is starting on September 1st. I'm sure you're following the FGCL and the American Collegiate League for information on that, as well as next year's College Summer World Series. And one is inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Thomas from Wesley Chapel, Florida, on her way to Jacksonville as a freshman in 2025. And the Knots dugout has come alive. Is right in there for a strike. That's lined through for a base hit, and we're going to be tied up at 2. Thomas rounds first, heads to second, and back-to-back RBI doubles with 2 outs for the Aquanauts. Tie this one up at 2. It's the bottom of the order coming through for Anna Maria. And Brittany Purser is going to come out, talk things over with Aubrey Yarnall. That for the Slice, that line drive double play earlier on in the inning has proven big here, because the Knots have just been able to tie it here with 2 outs, and if they can get one more out, the damage will be limited. But Maddie Johnson has an opportunity now with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs to give the Knots the lead. Johnson's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Bunt is down, bunt is foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Another foul ball. No balls and 2 strikes. Line drive to first. Lamar will make the catch. Just off the ground for out number 3 to retire the side. But Gracie Flores and Jada Thomas with back-to-back RBI doubles tie things up here in the 4th inning. 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors and 1 left. We've played 4, tied up at 2 between the Slice and the Aquanauts. We're looking to crown a champion. This is the FGCL. First pitch to Lily Holt Jays, a fly ball to center, but the catch is made by McClellan for out number 1 as we open up play here in the top of the 5th inning of the championship game of the FGCL. We're tied up at 2. Nuts took the the Slice took the 2-0 lead in the first inning, and the Aquanauts tied things up in the bottom of the 4th. One out, that brings up Lexi Shaver. First pitch drops in for a called strike. Bonich, an all-star pitcher for the Aquanauts this year. And against Lexi Shaver, not only an all-star, but also the humanitarian award winner here in the league. Social media intern. Did some play-by-play for us. A little bit of everything for Shaver. Alwell putting up huge numbers. It's the first full inning of relief for her. She came in last inning and got a strikeout of Layla Lamar to end the 4th and stop a threat for the Slice. That's a ground ball. That's going to get through for a base hit in the right center field gap. Shaver will round first, head to second, and she'll slide in there safely. And doubles du jour here last inning or 2. Shaver gets 1. And now they go ahead run in scoring position here in the top of the 5th for the Slice with Grace Molitor at the plate. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Pulled back the bunt, takes a called strike. That late break right at the last second went across in the zone. The 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled back into your living room. Two-two. That's a fly ball to center. McClellan will make the catch. Shaver will stay at second. No tag. And there's 2 away. That brings up Emma Brinkman. 0 for 1 with an RBI walk. First pitch drops in a bit too low for ball 1. Soft liner, that's going to fall for a hit into center field. Shaver around third. Here comes the throw, and Shaver retreats. Really good throw by McClellan. And runners now on the corners with 2 gone. That will bring up Caitlin Nesbitt. She is 2 for 2 on the day with an RBI single in the first and a single in the fourth. First pitch is high for ball 1. Popped up out of play. That one just missed. A little in, a little high. Fly ball to center, but McClellan is there. She'll make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side. Slice get a couple on here in the 5th, but can't get them in. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We stretch here on field 1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Still 2-2 between the Aquanauts and the Slice. This is the FGCL. This is the championship. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-2 Slice and Aquanauts. As Arnall was missing a piece of the pitching mask. Now she has it. Ball, McClellan, and Belair due up. 2-3-4 for the Aquanauts here in the 5th. Darnell back out for her 5th inning of work. First pitch is low for ball 1. Ball is 0 for 2. Darnell has given up 2 runs, both earned last inning on 7 hits in the ball game. Everything last inning happened with 2 outs. After a line drive double play, erased a leadoff single by Borison. Infield single by Schiller, then back-to-back RBI doubles by Flores and Thomas. Tied things up. 1-2. Hits the outside corner for a called strike 3, and Yarnall gets the strikeout of ball to start off the bottom of the 5th. 4 strikeouts on the day for the redshirt freshman from Charlotte. And Cassie McClellan now the batter. 1 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first, singled in the third. First pitch to her. Comes across the outside edge for a called strike. Fouled away, 1-2. One last shout out and special thanks to Evo Shield, the official uniform provider of the FGCL and the American Collegiate League. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts by Yarnall. Here are the 2 and 3 3-hole hitters. With 2 out, nobody on, that brings up McKenna Belair. Belair 0 for 2. A strikeout in the first, a ground out in the third. First pitch misses for ball 1. Ground ball to third. Shaver has it. Will make the throw, and a nice stretch by Lamar for out number 3. And that's a 1-2-3, bottom of the 5th, against the heart of the order, pitched by Aubrey Yarnall. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left. We played 5. We're still tied up at 2. This is the FGCL. This is the championship. Top 6, 2-2, Slice Aquanauts championship game of the FGCL. We're getting to the late stages. Precious Bros to lead things off for the Slice here in the 6th. 8-9-1 due up. Cameron Pondich back out in the circle for the Aquanauts. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. Both these teams looking for the first ever FGCL championship for their respective franchises. That one's fouled away, 1-1. Year 1, 2020, the Rivermouks won the inaugural championship. 2022, it was the Sarasota Circus. Year 3, the Lakewood Ranch Rodeo won. The last 2 seasons, the Manatee Impact have been back-to-back champs. So that one's fouled off on a check swing. The Slice have never been in the championship game. First time there. The Aquanauts, in their second consecutive championship, fell just short against the Impact last season. One, two. Ross holds off on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Slice have been held scoreless since they put up a 2-spot in the first inning. Aquanauts answered with the 2-spot in the bottom of the 4th. And that's where we are. That one drops in for a called strike 3. And that is the second strikeout for Knots pitching today. They've both been looking. Now bring up Riley Gardner, who's 1 for 2 with a single, coming back in the 4th. First pitch is a called strike. Gardner steps in, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on here in the 6th. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, got over the rise, and there's 2 gone. Back to the top of the order, and Kylie Shaw. 1 for 3, singled back in the 4th inning, which was the final batter that Ike Conaway faced. That one hit the outside edge, 1-1. That's going to be slapped up the middle, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Shaw reaches base for the 2nd time today on a couple of singles. And that will bring up Layla Lamar. 2 for 3 on the day. Single and scored in the 1st. Doubled in the 2nd. Struck out in the 4th. First pitch is high, and that's going to get to the backstop. Wild pitch moves Shaw to 2nd. And again, with Shaw's speed, anything in the grass will almost definitely score. Drops in 2-1. It's fouled back. Punish looks in. Now the 2-2 to Lamar. High and away. Counts full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Lamar trying to break up 2-2 tie. Well, that one comes in and that hits Lamar on what would have been ball 4. But it'll be a hit by pitch. That changeup got away from Bonich. So that puts runners on first and second with 2 outs. For Lily Holtje. Holtje is 1 for 3, singled and scored back in the first. And as we talked about before here in this game, yesterday, Holtje in the 7th inning, a grand slam, giving the Slice the lead in their upset win over the Squeeze to advance to today's championship. First pitch to her. That's a fly ball. It will get out of play down the right field line for strike 1. Called strike. 1-2. Heck of a pitch there by Ponich. Getting the call on the outside edge. Misses outside. 2-2. Stolen base by Shaw on that pitch, which was a ball. And now runners are on the corners. There's 2 outs and a full count for Lily Holtje. Payoff pitch is fouled away. We'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. This feels like a huge moment in the game right here. Holtje with a ground ball. That's a deep short. The throw not going to be in time. RBI infield single for Lily Holtje. And the Slice have taken a 3-2 lead here in the top of the 6th inning. Lamar to second. Johnson was able to track that one down deep in the hole, but no real chance to throw out Holt J. And Riley Gardner will come in to courtesy run for Holt J on first. And that does make that steal of third really important by Shaw. She might have been able to score from second on that one, but it would have been a play at the plate. Instead, she scored easily on the infield single. And Lexi Shaver now steps in. 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. First pitch drops in too low, ball 1. A little bit high, held off on the check swing, 2-0. Notch trying to find the third out of this inning. Hitters count for Shaver here. High and away, ball 4. So the bases are now loaded with 2 outs. Brimbaka comes out to talk things over with Ponich. Grace Malder will be the batter, who's 0 for 3 on the day with a couple of flyouts and a ground out. All this happening with 2 outs for the Slice. Strikeouts of Bross and Gardner started off the inning, but then a single by Shaw, a hit by pitch for Lamar, and an RBI single for Lily Holt J. Walk for Lexi Shaver, and we have the bases loaded with 2 outs for the Slice. So Grace Malder, the Arizona State Sun Devil, steps in. First pitch misses for ball 1. A second to right. Thomas on the run. Diving attempt in foul ground. Comes up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch was a ball, and Lamar just back in time at third. That was close. All right, and they're going to challenge the play at third, so I'll be back in just a moment. So after further review, the safe call is upheld. Aquanauts have one review remaining here in the championship game. The count moves to 3-1. Was a close play, but Lamar got the foot back in just in time. Popped up in foul ground, and it will get just over the head of Schiller from first. Counts full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, in the postseason, both teams get 2 challenges per game. So that's one of the knots. Slice still have both of theirs. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Huge strikeout by Cameron Ponich as the Slice strand the bases loaded. But the Slice take the lead here in the top of the 6th inning. So they get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left. We head to the home half of the 6th. Slice now lead it 3-2. This is the FGCL. This is the championship game. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 3-2 Slice. Aquanauts sending 5, 6, 7 up to the plate here in the 6th, starting with Emily Borison, who is 1 for 2 with a single. Struck out back in the 2nd. First pitch, grounded foul for strike 1. An RBI infield single for Lily Holtjay. The difference right now, the Slice wasn't able to add to the lead as they left the bases loaded in the 6th. That's a fly ball to shallow center. Charging in is Shaw. She'll make the catch. Stumbled on the lip of the dirt going to the grass, but she made the catch. She's all right. And there's one away. They'll bring up Skylar Young. She's 0 for 2 with a fly out and lined into a double play. Fly ball, right field. Bross is there. She'll make the catch, and there's 2 away. That'll bring up Sydney Schiller. Schiller walked in the 2nd, singled and scored in the 4th. Got that 4th inning 2-run rally started with a 2-out single. See what she can do here. Fly ball to center. Again, charging in from center field is Shaw. She'll make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side, and a 3-up and 3-down inning, second in a row from Abby Arnall, as the Knots are down on 3 straight flyouts. We head to the 7th. Slice lead at 3-2. This is the FGCL. This is the championship. We head to the 7th inning of the 2025 FGCL Championship game. The Slice with a 3-2 lead. Emma Brinkman leading things off. First pitch is popped up, foul ground first base side. The catch is made by Schiller for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 7th for Cameron Ponich. Got a huge strikeout to end the 6th and leave them loaded for the Slice, but the Slice did take the lead. Caitlin Nesbitt now at the plate, 2 for 3 with 2 singles and an RBI. Puts that bunt down, but it's foul for strike 1. Aquanauts will have 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of the 7th. But 8 and 9 are the 2 places that have had the RBI doubles on the day for the Knots. So I'm sure the Slice would love to get some insurance. That one's fouled away. No balls, 2 strikes. Slow roller to first. Schiller makes the stop, steps on the bag, and there's 2 away. So 2 out, nobody on now for Precious Bross, who's 0 for 3. First pitch fouled away for strike 1. Bross, a fly out in the 1st, grounded into a double play in the 4th, struck out in the 6th. Ross with a liner. That's going to fall for a base hit into left field. And 2-out single from Precious Bross keeps the inning alive. Riley Gardner will now be the batter. 1 for 3, singled back in the fourth. That one's lined to left. That's going to fall for a base hit. So Gardner goes opposite way. And now back to the top of the order for the slice, Kylie Shaw. 2-out production has been the order of the day here today already. And the slice trying to do it again here in the 7th. With Shaw, who's 2 for 4 with 2 singles and a run scored. First pitch drops in too low for ball 1. Fouled away. Brittany Purser, the head coach of the slice. That's the head coach at Walter State. Looking for the first FGCL championship for the Bradenton Slice. Takes that for a strike, 2-2. That's low and away, and the count's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Winners will get a head start. Payoff pitch. Line drive to center field, that's down. McClellan comes up throwing, and Bross is out at the plate. And Brittany Purser is asking for obstruction. All right. Okay. So we are going to review for obstruction. So obstruction is not going to be called on review, and the runner is going to be out at home, and that's going to end the inning for the slice in the 7th. No runs on on 3 hits, no errors and 2 left. We head to the bottom of the 7th, the last chance for the Aquanauts. It's 3-2 slice. This is the FGCL. This is the championship. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning of the 2025 FGCL Championship game. The slice with a 3-2 lead. Last chance for the Aquanauts as the Aquanauts have 8-9-1 due up. Flores, Thomas, and Johnson. Aubrey Arnell trying to go complete in the circle for the slice. Gracie Flores 2 for 2 on the day with an RBI double, a single, and a run scored. First pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Obstruction not the call to end the 6th inning, or excuse me, to end the top of the 7th for the slice. After review. No balls and 2 strikes. Bryn Baca, the head coach of the Aquanauts. That one's taken to left center field, and that's going to get all the way to the wall. Flores will round first, digs for second. She'll slide in safely. And a leadoff double for Gracie Flores. She is 6 for her last 6. After going 3 for 3 yesterday, she's 3 for 3 today. And starts things off with the double. And that will bring up Jada Thomas. She's 1 for 2 with an RBI double her last time. That ball bounces in, it bounces away, and Flores is on third on the wild pitch. So the tying run now 60 feet away with nobody out for the Knots in the bottom of the 7th. Called strike 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Fly ball to center field, and that's going to get over Shaw's head and get all the way to the wall. Flores will score. Thomas is out at second. We're tied up. And Bryn Baca is going to ask for a review of Thomas's out on second. So I'll be right back. After further review, Thomas is going to be safe on second. The foot was underneath the tag. We're tied up at 3. And Matty Johnson will now be the batter. First pitch is a fly ball deep right field, but it's going to be foul. Just foul. Down the right field line. Had the home run distance, but not the direction. And the winning run now is on second base. Ground ball to second. Nesbitt makes the stop and the throw. There's one away. And now the winning run is on third base. Elena Ball is the batter. First pitch is outside for ball one. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled back, ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball to first, and Lamar makes the smart play, keeping the runner from scoring. So that'll be an infield single for Ball. Runners now on the corners with 1 away. And Cassie McClellan, the batter. 1 for 3, singled back in the 3rd inning. First pitch, slow and away, ball 1. Ground ball to second. They'll come home. Not in time. Thomas will score. And the Knots are your 2025 FGCL champions. RBI fielder's choice for Cassie McClellan is the walk-off. Thomas scores, and the Knots win their first ever FGCL championship. Here in the 7th inning, 2 runs on 3 hits. And your final score, Aquanauts 4, Slice 3. The Knots finish up with 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors, and 7 runners left on. For the Slice, 3 runs on 14 hits. They did not commit an error, and they left 13 runners on base. The Aquanauts finish up the regular season as the champs at 17-4. The Slice fall just short at 14-8. The walk-off RBI by Cassie McClellan, and the Knots score 2 here in the 7th and win it by a final score of 4-3. Ryan Moore out now with the trophy presentation to Bryn Baca and the Aquanauts. The winning pitcher is Cameron Ponnett, who gave up just 1 run in relief, and Arby Yarnall a tough luck loss as she went complete. But Bryn Baca getting the trophy, and congratulations to the Anna Maria Aquanauts, the champions of the 2025 FGCL season. Thank you so much to everyone for joining us here today and all season long here in the FGCL. For Ryan Moore, producer Gracie, producer Sarah Beth, and everyone here at the FGCL, and for the Director of Broadcasting, Gray Robertson, I'm Tom Canterbury. Your Aquanauts are your champs. What a great 2025 season here in the FGCL it's been. We will see you in 2026. Until then, good evening from Bradenton.